Hey, it's Jason. Thanks for tuning in. I'm up here at the building and I'm going to take the 1987 Mercedes Benz 300e W124 out and about. I'm going to drive 25 minutes, 30 minutes, go into town and then come back. It's warm. The weekends are beautiful. Why not get out and do what we love to do? Drive. The Land Rovers are still hibernating, but the Mercedes, I'm going to mount the camera. I'm gonna cruise. I'll say a little bit of commentary. I can't help myself, but I want you to listen to the car and imagine you're driving it. You are gonna notice it's a little bit louder because the exhaust has a little bit of rot. So it has a exhaust issue near the muffler that I need to fix. But don't worry, people might just think it's a little cool, or hey, this guy needs some exhaust work. So let's go ahead and hop in the Mercedes. Okay. So let's get driving. This is the 1987 Mercedes Benz 300e gasoline. It runs and drives well. I'm saying that, I'm probably cursing myself, but I do have a little bit of exhaust work that I need to do, so it's a little bit louder. I'm gonna drive a few minutes out and a few minutes back from the building, just so you can get an idea of what it's like. And once I turn here, I'll put the window up. Off we go. Enjoy the ride. Buckle up. So used to driving the big Land Rovers. This one's a little bit tighter steering, obviously, than the Land Rovers and the big trucks. But when I drive this, I just think, imagine late 80s, you're cruising on the highway. I mean, this was quintessential luxury at its finest, and it's just a work of art, in my opinion, even to this day. And you hear me say all the time how when I drive these, it's like you're on clouds. Just beautiful suspension for the time, and it just floats. About 55 miles per hour, or 80 kilometers per hour. cars were just built so tough. You slam the door, you can feel it, you can hear it. You know, when I look at these vehicles compared to today's, you slam the door, it feels like it's hollow. But these just seal up so nice and tight. It just feels like such a well-built German tank. And it keeps a lot of that road noise out, even for this age. Admittedly, when I drive these, I typically like to keep the window cracked a little bit just to listen and make sure I'm not hearing anything. So probably I'll drive into town, and when I come back, I don't think I'm going to do the video. It would just be the same thing. I'll put the window down. So I'm going to go through a little town here. This is, I'm near the building in Pennsylvania, and it's the central Pennsylvania. It's apple country, so lots of traditional agriculture and manufacturing, and this little town is indicative of that. And then I'm going to go into Gettysburg, which is a really good historic town that you've probably heard of, i.e. the Civil War and all of that good stuff. Crack the window here so we can hear a little bit of the car idling. My temperature is right where it needs to be. And I just accelerated up to 60. I got a little bit of an alignment issue that I need to address. Usually when I hit speeds of 65, 70, I notice it a little bit. Admittedly, I just cruise in this thing, so I don't get it out on the highway too much. I probably should. But there's a checklist of things I'm going to do this spring and make sure it's all ready for the summer. Transmission is just shifting perfectly. It's pulling really nice. make a to-do list of items to do on this. It's going to be the typical oil change, even though I haven't drove it a lot, just to make sure it's fresh. I don't like it sitting for too long. I want to keep a really close eye on the transmission fluid, because on that W123, the 85 turbo diesel, it sat in the sill, and the transmissions can get a little bit of a leak if you don't drive these cars. I want to make sure it doesn't happen to this. I would like to, I got to do something with the alignment here at high speed, see what's going on with that, see if it's an adjustment or something flaky going on. And then I would like to, what else? Probably button up some of the interior bits that I showed in the previous video that I want to fix. I'm going to do a little bit of degreasing on the engine. It's in pretty good shape, but I think I can get it even better. And this AC is not working, so I'll probably charge the AC and see how quick it leaks out, if it does leak out. This is going to be a good test here. We're going over some train tracks. You really get to see the suspension. I was a little thrown off on the W123 and this W124 because, you know, they just float so much. So, you know, it's probably hard to tell in the video, but you don't really notice a lot of bumps or anything on the road. Checking my camera because my phone, because I can make sure this is still recording. It'll be a bit of a downer to do a video and have nothing. But in the comments, ask me some questions. You know, let me know what you think about the W124, this 87 Mercedes. Maybe you have some cool stories that you want to share. Let's get some dialogue going. I'm a little bit new to the Mercedes club per se, given I've really started my car collection with Land Rovers, and then I have some other eclectic cars in the collection, like a 48 Crosley, and I have an 85, maybe it's an 88 Chevy Blazer S10. But Land Rovers are the biggest piece, but I fell in love with Mercedes because of the reliability and the stories I've read about these W123 diesels and the W124 being taxi cabs in foreign countries going over 1 million miles easily. So we've been driving for about 12 minutes. It's a beautiful day. Temperature is perfect still. Everything is where I'd want it to be. That was a bit of a hard brake there by me, but it stops on a dime. Doesn't pull to the left or right or anything crazy when you brake hard. National Park right now, and I'm going to go to the square and go through the roundabout, and at that point I'll end this driving video and I'll drive back to the building, check a few things over, update my to-do list on this vehicle in our collection, and tuck it away until I begin to do the to-dos. That's a really cool historical society building. They just rebuilt it. If you're in Gettysburg, tons of history. And then you can drive through battlefields a little over there and visit all the historic sites, which I really love to do in the old cars. And I'm looking forward to doing it in the 1948 Chrysler. So I'd be curious to all the folks that watch this video, what do you think I should do? Or what do you think I should focus in on as priority number one on this 1987 Mercedes Benz 300e W124? Let me know. Another good test of the suspension. This guy really slowed down in front of me, so I'm going to be going very slow over it, but hitting these train tracks is always my suspension test. But hey, thanks for riding along. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out my 1987 W124. And let me know what your thoughts are. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means a lot to me. And I really like showing the cars to everybody in person, or maybe just via the internet like we're doing here. So have a great day. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. We'll talk soon, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you.